Everywhere we go, old people want to f me. Old couples with dyed hair really just get a kick out of me. Junior, senior year, I took a taxi to school at 11 a.m. and I left at 12:45.
One day they were like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "Hold on, my taxi's here." And the guy's like,
I just left. The first time I met him, he walked up to me. It was in 9th grade, and we didn't talk for a long time after that. And this is why, is because he walked up to me and he's like, "Hi, I'm Ben. I'm in a band." And I was like, "Get the f out of here." I got really good at being passive aggressive and not getting in trouble. But
that was just straight aggressive.
I got accosted many times in middle school, so my way of dealing with that was to be really violent and scary to as many people as possible. And it worked. So when I'm painting, I think of writers. When I'm writing, I think of painters.
I listen to 15 seconds of my song, and then 15 seconds of someone else's song, and get upset that it doesn't sound as good as the other one, and then go back to like another 15 seconds and switch to another 15. I'm like, oh, it's okay next to that one. I thought you did a decent job, Ben.
It's okay. Okay.
I'm the merch guy. I'm the merch pimp. On the road, they call me Kenny Cash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Seriously.
I'm dragging your name through the dirt.
Dude, someone's got to. Yeah. So,
That sounds like a gong. We will now begin.
Fight.
Yeah, fight.
Should we start?
So
first?
so we figured we'd start by saying who could make a better old fashioned, you or Ben.
Oh shit! Why is there fucking 6 glasses?
I don't know. I brought extra supplies. I didn't know what you needed.
No, it'll take some trial and error.
All right.
I got this.
Yeah, he's probably gonna beat me, but let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing it right here, right now.
Right here, right now, live.
I'm
Guzman and I
gonna
braved
smoke
the
him.
cold. It was so fucking cold outside, just so you guys know.
Oh, you went and got this stuff?
Yeah, we walked there, and then we got our limo.
Couldn't
to
even
come
open
pick
it.
us
Here, you open the simple syrup. I'll open this one. Then we'll
up. I was like, we're gonna Uber back to the studio. It's like
10 feet, and then I picked him up.
Oh, you picked him up?
Yeah, dude. It's so cold.
Pass me the ice.
Why this drink?
Cause this, I don't know why this drink. Why?
It's the best drink.
Me and Devin would drink them all the time on tour with Guzman.
You guys hear about that chicken coop that burned down in Connecticut today? Yeah. All the chickens were just on fire.
I saw the article.
The biggest egg factory, whatever.
Whoa.
So it's gonna be a shortage. What's this? What are you doing? Oh my god.
So you gotta aerate the liquid.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Is that a drink you usually
This
just
is
sip?
way too sweet. I'm sorry. Guzman, what's your verdict?
I like Devin's.
Wow. Feels good to be a winner.
I thought you did a decent job, Ben.
It's okay. Fuck him. Okay. Fuck him.
No, that was like, that's the best contest I've ever been a part of.
Yeah. So you're here, man.
I'm here.
You made it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's good to be here.
What do you do? What do you like?
What do I do?
Give me some backstory.
Well, I'll tell you what I tell everybody. I'm a painter, but for money, I work at Goodwill. And I used to work at a grocery store. I've worked at a lot of different places.
I know.
Yeah.
I got a memory of that.
Yeah. We had an altercation.
Yeah.
On the
It
line.
wasn't quite an altercation. It was just funny because I had my son with me. My daughter was at karate. My wife's calling me. She's like, Gia wants to leave karate. I'm worried about getting the right type of apples and shit like that.
So you're under stress.
Yeah, heavy fucking stress. And I look over and I'm like, I see this kid and I'm like, wait, I think I know this dude. And he's like, are you ready, dude? Like, he's like, basically, are you ready, man?
I think I grabbed your cart and pulled it.
Yeah. I took my child out of the cart.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh, Kenny Cash.
Pulled the gun away, put it back in his
That's right.
pocket.
Yeah.
Well, I realized
he's
I
like,
made a mistake.
dude, oh, it's good to see. Oh, they're Ben's doing such a great job with Similiar Kind.
I never know what to
Take
say.
some stickers. You want some stickers? Gives me like 2 stickers, and he's like, "No, take more." I'm like,
Aw.
Yeah. I was always very angry there. I got really good at being passive aggressive and not getting in trouble. But
that was just straight aggressive.
well, I still didn't get in trouble, and I'll tell you, I think that was a little bit of a wake up call. You know, I started to look before I got rude. After that, you know,
Looked at the face before.
yeah, it's like, do I not fuck him? All right, yeah.
Wow.
Well, but you do other shit, right?
I do.
You go on tour with this guy.
I do, with Benjamin McNamara and Similiar Kind, the rock band. We've been doing that. I think I was on your first one, and ever since then. And I'm the merch guy. I'm the merch pimp. On the road, they call me Kenny Cash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
man.
seriously.
love it.
I'm dragging your name through the dirt.
Dude, someone's got to.
But yeah, man, it's always fun. The reason I got involved with that was I was printing T-shirts. Everything with me starts as a money-making venture and then quickly dissolves
into doing it for free.
Exactly. That's how it always goes. You know, everybody says I'm an asshole, but I end up doing all this fucking free shit. So I don't know how it all plays out. But yeah, it started off, I was making T-shirts, and I've known this kid since high school, so he's always over, and he says, "Hey, let me help today." And then he'll come over and he'll like drink a beer and watch me work, and that's great. Yeah, that's how it always happens.
Totally not true.
Oh, dude, come on now. So, yeah, and then I think you wanted me to come anyways because I'm just a barrel of laughs, and so I sold the T-shirts.
How'd you do? Did you like selling the T-shirts? Did you like talking to people?
I did.
Did you give them stickers?
Absolutely.
We did.
Yeah. We had stickers
We
the
did.
first
We had
one.
so many.
I handed them
all
out.
gone.
But I did enjoy. I still do enjoy it. I think being on the road, even for like a not big band, it's the exact same thing. I'm not insulting. I'm being real.
It's real.
Yeah. I mean, look.
Everybody's laughing. I'm thinking
there's-
like Evan must love
I'm
this.
looking at Ben. I just looked at Kenny's face, just like look at over at you, like oh shit.
Like I'm gonna start a fight? No, okay. I'm just thinking about Evan and tour, right? How much he loves it.
Oh yeah, it's his
Yeah.
favorite thing.
Yeah.
Well, Ethan wants you really to go back on
Yeah, he
tour.
said no record without the tour. He said specifically tell that to Evan.
That's actually funny.
Yeah.
So you're working on a tour. Will you be going on this tour?
I'm always a last minute hopper on
It'll
but
happen.
probably.
Yeah.
So I would say this about touring. From a non-career perspective, to me it's experiential. I like it. I think being in a different place all the time is really, really sick. I think being in different places every night is great. I think everybody on a tour usually is an artist of some kind, even if you're like in the backstage. You meet all kinds of crazy people, and I always come back very inspired.
Well, you write poems every day.
I do. I try to write every day. For no reason. I think it's a good exercise.
Yeah, you did that like on tour. You did like one poem a day in every place.
Yeah. My tour reports. And I think, and I wrote this at the end of it, was that I think I enjoyed that because when you're writing, you have to pay attention throughout the day, so you have something to write about. So I think we should all pretend to write something all the time, just so we keep paying attention to what's going on. I've never really paid more attention in like a 3-week span in my life. I was looking at every little thing, and I didn't use most of it, but I got a lot out of
You were
it.
paying attention because you had no idea where you are. You had no idea what your surroundings were, so you had to pay attention. Because if you didn't,
But there's a difference between paying attention as like a victim of the circumstance and paying attention for a cause, like for a reason. When you're like willfully paying attention, like there's a reason to everything, it changes your perspective on things. I think I reacted better to a lot of shit than I would have normally.
and the swingers,
Oh, I love them. I really do.
that was like
no,
a few different.
I everywhere we go, old people want to fuck me. It's
in pairs,
it's
right?
a phenomenon.
It's usually
yeah.
two or more. that
Old
want.
couples with dyed hair really just get a kick out of me, and I get a kick out of that. I think that's just
Everyone's
dandy.
got to have a type.
Amen.
Yeah.
I'm sad that it's always me that I'm the type for them, but
And why is that?
I think they sense a brokenness. And
I feel like Evan should get the Howard Stern wig.
Why is that?
Look, he needs some kind of wig.
What's the girl's name that he has there with him? What's his
Robin.
Robin. Robin.
It's a great impression. But yeah, I do enjoy tour. I do.
All right. So stylistically, right? Who are your influences artistically and stylistically, or who you aspire to be like?
Yeah.
If anyone.
I change a lot. I think. I think every week I find someone new that I'm super into. I mean, yeah, there's a couple influences here right now.
Musicians do that shit all the time. So
Absolutely, yeah, all artists do.
Yeah.
I think. I think that's part of being an artist is you're always into the new thing. I like, and it's weird. I think you should cross contaminate. I like to cross contaminate. So when I'm painting, I think of writers. When I'm writing, I think of painters. Like when I'm painting, I think a lot of Bob Dylan, and I think of Hunter S. Thompson. There's something, I think all writers are trying very hard to make a painting with their words. I think they use words like brushstrokes. If they're any good, I think I can see that in them. And I think all painters are, there's something there. There's like a connective tissue where when you're writing, you're trying to envision something, And so I try to look at what I'm doing through the eyes of like a Van Gogh or something dreamy that you won't get from just reading a book. Like there's a visual aspect to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But Van Gogh I like, which is kind of cliche, but I like Van Gogh. I like Hunter S. Thompson. I like this guy named William T. Vollman.
So genres are like super important nowadays, right?
Yeah.
Right. What would be your genre of art at this point?
Or style, right?
Your style, market, demographic, all that stuff.
I think for a long time I was super against abstract modern art, and I think right now that's all I do. And I don't, the genre thing, I get it. I don't really. I think that's for other people to say. I don't really try to look in those terms, but definitely if you looked at my work, you would see a lot of like, 90s, graffiti style stuff mixed with abstract modern stuff like that.
What do you think, Kenny?
Yeah, what do you think?
What are you thinking?
Yeah.
No, I'm just wondering how him and Ben became friends.
Oh,
I was very different.
Dude, I remember we had a study hall together, and then some girl turned to me in class, and she goes, "You see that kid over there?" I'm like, "Yeah, what?" He has names of everybody written down, like, in his notebook.
No I had bullshit. A list. It was, that was a time.
Like Adam Sandler shit, like or whatever.
Straight up, he wore a trench coat every day for like 3 years. I'm not kidding.
No,
I'm
yeah.
not kidding.
I had a trench coat too. So
yeah,
got it.
trench coat,
black trench coat,
and Steelers pajamas.
Yeah.
But we really became friends when I met him, and he was sleeping under Mr. Pierce's fucking back room. There's a back room in the art class. He slept underneath this dude's like table.
It was the kiln room, so it was
right.
It was the warmest room in the school because it had like an oven next to it. So I used to curl up next to the oven like a cat
and fall asleep for like periods. And then the teacher would finally find him, and be like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get up!"
you just fucking roll out of the
No,
couch.
seriously,
it was a mess.
Straight up like, under there for like hours. He would not notice him underneath the table. He would be walking in and out. I have no clue. Crazy.
Wow. So wait, why were you friends? Because of that?
Because I had study hall there.
Because he's
and I was like, what's your deal?
Yeah. No, that kind of energy. Yeah. It's one of those like don't look at me but look at me kind of things. I think sleeping under the.
And then we smoked weed together.
Yeah, that does it.
The peace pipe.
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
Absolutely. The first time I met him, he walked up to me. It was in 9th grade, and we didn't talk for a long time after that. And this is why, is because he walked up to me and he's like, "Hi, I'm Ben. I'm in a band." And I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Similar Kind. You heard of him?
Yeah, no, Queen of Late.
Queen of Late.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
he said he was in a band, and then
he put me on his
list.
And then he wrote my name on his list.
Yeah, that's right. I only wrote the names of people that talked to me.
Oh.
So it was kind of just like, stop fucking talking to me. You know,
You
like,
want to remember their names, no?
no. I ended up, I don't know why I did it. I was an asshole, you know? I was just trying to like scare people. I got accosted many times in middle school. So my way of dealing with that was to be really violent and scary to as many people as possible. And it worked really well. And I have no regrets, you know? I really don't.
He used to show up in high school. We would be like in third period, which is like probably what, like 11 a.m. School starts at 7:30. He would stroll into class at 11:30 like it was the first period.
With the heroin needle still in his arm.
Oh, dude. I mean, I remember it was the strangest thing to like explain to people, but in like junior, senior year, I took a taxi to school at 11 a.m. and I left at 12:45.
He got picked up by a fucking taxi. One day they were like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "Hold on, my taxi's here." And the guy's like, "What?"
I just left. Yeah.
You can't leave. Like,
Yeah.
where are you going?
I got stopped a couple times, but yeah, you just get on the taxi and you get home. I didn't like school. I didn't like the white walls. I didn't like that I had to be there. I think I really would have enjoyed it if I didn't have to be there. And you're not awake when you're that age, I don't think. I think you don't really know why you're doing anything. I didn't.
Sweet. So, all right. I'm learning more about everybody today.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
This is great, yeah.
So, what's your favorite Similar Kind song?
I don't know.
The one that makes you say, "I'm so proud to be Ben's friend."
I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm being honest. Every time a Similar Kind song comes on, I skip it, and it's because I've heard them all 100,000 times
That's
on
fine.
tour. So, what's my fit? You know what it
So
was?
all the work I did in the studio, you fucking skipped.
I skipped, bro. I heard it live, and that's fucking that. I did, but
Look at his face. Look at how serious he is. He's so
Fuck him.
he has a fucking vein in his.
no, man, no. Listen,
You wrote him too, so you should be like,
No, I actually understand
"Hello,
what he's saying.
darkness." Yeah, we know.
You ever skip your songs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't listen to.
I
him.
listen to 15
get
seconds
fucked.
of my song, and then 15 seconds of someone else's song, and get
make
upset
sure.
that it doesn't sound as good as the other one, and then go back to like another 15 seconds and switch to another 15. I'm like, oh, it's okay next to that one. Go back.
That's so fucking
It
funny.
never really plays.
No, I don't. I don't.
It's in
No,
the end.
because I don't listen to him at all. Because if I do, I'll get like way too like, oh, it should have been this way or that. I'm good.
Oh, you mean like I just just mentioned?
Yeah, exactly that. I don't listen to him at all. But back to you.
That's a cool thought about. Because me, it's not music; it's art, and I hang it up on the wall and leave it there for a while and stare at it. But that's kind of like that period where you guys are working on the sound for a long, long time. You're spending all this time on
100 hours, as someone would say.
Yeah, there you go. 100 hours to make 10 songs.
To book 10 shows.
But
Yeah.
that's perfectionism, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing, right? That when something's done, you already hate it, which means that you've already grown.
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh, you disagree? Why?
I mean,
Yeah.
I know you, like aren't happy with a lot of the shit that you make.
Yeah, but it's just because it's one of those things where it's like you've been on it for too long.
And if like I
No, you are happy, he said.
You
aren't,
aren't.
Oh,
aren't.
Oh.
Like I
Because I feel
have
like it's
so much shit on my computer, Logic, let's just say Logic, like songs that I won't even share, won't even send because I know they're not good enough
that's
for me.
that's a part of the process.
Yeah, and they're just not even.
But
they're
it's
not
being
good enough.
okay with that. That's like kind of like
Oh, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's more just like being like that was that and it's on to the next thing after you make it.
But is it saying, like, are you saying now that, like, you don't feel like you accomplished the goal with any of them?
No, I'm just saying it's not the one. It's like
But that's-
it's either it doesn't have it or it's I can't be the one to add in what it needs or just not feeling it.
How do you I guess how do you like dictate whether or not you like it or not? Are you thinking about other people or are you thinking about yourself?
No. I'm thinking about like the way the song is like
Rick Rubin, the way it makes me feel.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, is it what is the main thing that you think about when you're like, this isn't
dude,
good?
it needs to have the fucking it has to have the
Always?
the mood. Yeah, it has to have whatever mood that it's.
Well,
What does that look like though? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I couldn't describe it.
Interesting.
It's for me. It has to have the mood. So if it's this type of song, I have to have that mood, that groove.
But
if it doesn't have it, it's like.
But do you put that like on a song like before you make it? You know what
Um,
I'm saying? Like, you're like, oh, this is gonna be a slow, sad song. And it has to be that way. And
sometimes,
if it's not
sometimes.
that way, then you like throw it away.
No. If it's not that way, I'll save it and start a new session, and come back to that one.
But like when you go to make a song, though, what I'm saying is like, are you like, I'm gonna make a sad song today? And if you don't make a sad song,
I just
day, it's
always
not
make
good.
sad songs.
But you know what I mean. Whatever. Fine. Like, you're gonna make a song that sounds like this, and it has to sound like that, or else if it doesn't sound like that, you're done.
No.
Well, let me ask this: Do you feel like you have nothing but unfinished songs?
No.
So they're finished, but you don't
Some
like
are
them.
finished, but I only finish the ones that are worth that. If I know something's good, I'll finish it, and if it's not good from the beginning, I'm not putting time into it.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's the long and the short of it.
Okay.
But you do have things you like.
What about you, Kenny?
Yeah. No, definitely.
He was definitely he was thinking.
He's like this motherfucker.
He's like, they're gonna hop across the table.
No, it's like, honestly, because I've done like, probably obviously because I'm older than a lot of you, like my body of work is going to be bigger, and I would say that like at the end of it all, I'm trying to have a ratio of what I am happy with versus what I'm not happy with. Sometimes you're not happy with it based on certain circumstances. Art's interesting because it's a lot about, for me, it's a lot about limitations and working within your limitations, because that's where like the real creativity comes out, right?
Absolutely.
So like, if it's like, oh, I'm fucking Yngwie Malmsteen does not fucking touch me as a fucking guitar player, like, at all. It's like, oh, he's fucking great and he's good and he fucking can play great and good, but like, okay, then turn your guitar upside down and start making it hard for you, because I bet you there's going to be something more emotive coming out of it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So for me, like, I think at the end of it, like, a lot of try again, because you got to put the shit out there, which is like a scary thing. That's something that's unique as far as like bravery with artists.
Are you happy with your current ratio?
No.
But
that would be the scary part, that I'll never be happy with that aspect.
that's the scary part for you.
For me, yeah.
That you're afraid that you're never gonna.
The
fix
ratio
that
is never
ratio.
going. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah, I feel like
You don't
like
think that's a good thing?
Noted.
being afraid of
To not ever be happy with?
It could be. It could
like
be. It keeps me learning.
striving for
Yeah.
perfection in a way.
Yeah.
But at some
Muse.
point, you'll finally realize, like, or you'll get to that ratio and you'll feel a little bit more like at ease. Finally, like,
And I think at some point, hopefully,
I feel like that's abstract though, because you don't know what your ratio is. Like, what? Like, is anybody truly happy with everything they make? Probably not. Even the shit that's like our favorite stuff. You know what I mean? They're always gonna find something they don't like about it, so they just like let go of it.
I'd like to evolve to the point where I just don't care.
Yeah,
That's what I'd like
Okay.
to say.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll happen or not.
that's like I feel like there's tons of artists that are like that.
But don't care.
What they got to the point where it doesn't matter. They can make literally anything they want, and it doesn't affect them. You know what I mean? In a way.
Let me say this.
They're not judging their self by their art.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had a really great conversation with, I don't even remember who it was, a long time ago, and it totally changed my perspective. It was about being an artist. And I think that I'm still struggling to like understand it fully, what they were talking about. But they were basically saying, like, to identify as an artist and to worry about what you make and to worry about being an artist as such is really, it's like a roadblock. And it's like, that's not the goal. The goal is to just be a person, and that's being an artist enough, almost. Like, or I guess, like, I made a painting about it, and it was called How to Be Art and Not an Artist for Dummies Like Me. And it was like, I was just kind of like trying to understand that concept of like, to be art is to make it and not judge it and not care about it and not really try, but to just express yourself purely. And I think I do try to do that. I don't know that you could. It's like an impossible goal, which is why I was wondering if you think being happy with it at the end is good, because the impossible goal is kind of the thing that.
So right when Similiar Kind started their first album, from that point to now, you've added more good music to your.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That ratio's changed.
Hell
since,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely. That's why like if, for instance, if
This will go on a different. This won't go on the podcast. This will go on the fucking Similar Kind behind the fucking scenes documentary or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for instance, if I thought that the pros outweighed the cons currently to go to wherever in April 2023 and do 10 songs, there would be no way that anyone would be able to say anything to stop that motion from happening. Because I'm weighing a lot of different things, it's because I know the aspect of the ratio. And again, same kind of thing. Like if I'm going to go do 10 songs, I got to make sure that myself can be in it for all those 10 songs to produce, like, let's say that's its own ratio. If we're going to release 10 songs, 6 of them
Have to
Gotta
be
be fucking
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's compromise, so I can't, like, you know, what I think is amazing versus what someone else thinks is amazing is not necessarily the case. But at the end of the day, like, if, you know, I got to come out of that feeling on top, you know?
Yeah. Makes sense.
So basically, when you go away in April,
Well, I know that. I mean, we've talked about it like as a group. We've been saying like 10 songs is a lot of songs, but you got to also realize like 8 of them got to be like, wow, these are really good, and you can play around with like 2 or 3.
Yeah. Some can be art more than, you know what I mean? Where like it's like there's a little bit more freedom to not hold it up to the same standard.
another
It's,
emo song,
You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
basically, right?
Yeah.
Like,
And any of those kind of songs. It doesn't have to be that, but it's just like being like, cool, like we're gonna like try really hard and then have fun with 4 or whatever.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I hear it.
So it's like that. But we were talking about this thing of like songs are done now when all of us are like, I like this. This is cool. Instead
Nice.
of being like, oh, I like it, and then it becomes this whole thing of like, I like it because of this, and you have to like it because I like it this way or whatever. You know, it's got to be like we all like it. It's cool, including like you.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
I was talking to you about this a long time ago about how I think music is like, in a band is like a unusually collaborative art form where it's about 6 people making something instead of 1 person making something, and that comes with a whole bunch of like different
Set of
challenges.
rules.
Yeah, rules and challenges, which is not a bad thing. It makes something different. I think that's why music is so popular, is because it is, when you have 6 people making something instead of 1, it's better. You know, like you get more out of it.
All right, so back on track though. Your favorite Similar Kind song?
I've been dodging that question for 20 minutes.
If you say
No. You know what it was?
could be your like go ahead,
over
go.
there. I love the jazzy shit. I really do.
Wow,
I
old school.
think you guys have other stuff that's new, and I think I like the newest thing you guys do. Usually, I see growth and
I
like
showed him the demos.
Okay, cool.
yeah, and I know that
But-
is what it is. Yeah,
but
yeah.
from there, I mean, over there, it's holding
yeah.
fast.
That's a
what-
classic, though. You know,
Yeah.
the classics are the classics.
Timpani rolls.
Classic to who? It's only 3 years old.
Classic
According to
Similar
Ethan, we
Kind.
could tour on that song for forever.
Classic to a super fan.
Say that better.
Cut that out.
No, but I like that song.
Okay.
I think that was like a change. I think you guys were on a poppy wave for a while that wasn't good or bad. It's not about that. It's just I saw like artistically like a willingness to try
Live.
something new.
That song does
It's the
very
best.
well.
It kills.
live.
It kills. And there's a reason for that. I mean,
Interesting,
it suits live performance.
What color would you associate that song with?
Purple.
Purple.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, purple.
Cool.
That could be
Smoky
that could be the
purple.
cover too, though. The cover's
I picture
purple.
cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
It's jazzy. That's why, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
purple is
You,
jazzy.
you
as
take
fuck.
something from Blue Note, like those colors of Blue Note. You ever seen Blue Note records? I could see that kind of.
Yeah.
Cool.